Alright, hello everyone and welcome to another 3v3 Fastest Map Possible on StarCraft Brood Wars Remastered. We're going to go ahead and jump into replay number 354. This is one that I was not in, so one that I was able to host. Alright, so it's been a while since I've been able to, it's been about a week since I've been able to get a replay done, but I'm really excited to do one now. So let's go ahead and check out the teams. Top left corner, ER34, the brown Protoss. Right across the way from him is Sir Dinflo, the the blue Protoss, and then and then their other teammate is all the way down here in the middle bottom, and that is Sick Made 2K12, the teal Terran. I love these names so far. All right, the other team up here in the top right corner is Fedaykin. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but that's what we're going to go with. That's the white Protoss. Then over here in the left middle is Slipper, the orange Zerg. And then down here in the bottom left corner, their last teammate, Bone Crusher 87. Oh, these names are incredible. These are the best names I think I've had in a replay in a while. Alright, so that is very encouraging for a start. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of an APM check. I'm trying to understand why Orange must have lost a Overlord or something because they're supply blocked. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out Brown because they look like they're about to do a rush. Let's look at the APM. So if you look at the APM, no one quite above 100, although we see teal and orange pretty close. And it actually looks pretty even. So if I was trying to guess like who was going to win early on, I don't really know who I would pick. Yeah, it would be a hard pick. I think I'd probably pick the bottom team with the Zerg, just because they have a Zerg on their squad. I think they'll be pretty. The Zergs are pretty nasty late game if they can get there. All right, so we see this Terran down here. It's one of the higher. He's at the highest APM right now. He's got 4 barracks going. You love to see that. I love to see it. Excuse me. Yellow just getting some front defenses early on. Let's sort of check out what everyone's doing. Orange just getting their hatcheries going, so people seem pretty content to just sort of macro up, although this does not look good for Orange. Alright, so Orange does not have anything to defend this. They got a little bit greedy. Oh my, this is bad. Alright, so they got way too greedy and now they're getting attacked. Yeah, I mean, I understand trying to get going really early on, but yeah, they left themselves just way too wide open to. So yeah, so they just lost their spawning pool. That is not good. Oh, and then down here we've got a cannon rush going on, because of course, can't go one game without having a cannon rush by a Protoss player. Looks like he's got a pretty good line that should be able to defend that. So. He's pretty wide open. I wouldn't mind seeing him get attacked. Maybe countered. Alright, so it looks like Orange. I don't quite know what they're going to do now. If they're trying to leave. Oh, they don't even have enough money to build a new hatchery, so they're pretty much dead. Alright, so they're killing him. So if Orange is dead, who's left is Bone Crusher, who has a Nexus backing up his cannons and 1 gateway and absolutely no units on the field. And then also White, who's fighting off this cannon rush. Alright, so, oh, that's actually not good. Alright, so he has the line here, but now he's building up into him, and these are probably going to go. So he's going to have to build a forge again. Yeah, so he's sort of stuck. And then now yellow is cannon rushing blue. Oh my gosh. And he's cannon rushing brown. He's cannon rushing everyone. So that's why he's doing what he's doing. That is crazy. Okay, so Slipper leaves the game. I think this is really funny. Alright, so he's doing it. I don't even know if Brown, if either one of them know it's happening. Alright, so it looks like, no, I don't think either one of them know that this is happening. He unfortunately doesn't really have the money at this moment to support this fully. White is just trying everything they can to survive. They're in okay shape. Oh, he's getting ready to try to do a drop. Alright, so Blue's been able to stop the emergence of that. Brown, I really don't think has any idea that this is happening. Here comes Brown behind Blue's cannons to try to kill White. Oh man, look at this guy with all of his Marines. He's just been pumping them out of those 5 barracks. Alright, so he's got a nice little force. Yellow continuing this pressure up here. With not much behind. Alright, looks like he's trying to do good gateways behind this. So he's trying to get them to react and do stuff long enough that he can get carriers up, which honestly might work. Alright, unfortunately White just does not look like they're going to be able to fight their way out of this. There's still a lot of time left in this game. I'd be surprised if some craziness didn't continue to happen. Alright. Alright, so this guy's finally like, okay, I have to defend this. But Yellow is actually going to put a lot of pressure on him with this. Blue seems to be fine. But once Blue finishes this, like, Blue has nothing. Okay, now he's starting to get gateways behind this. That could be bad for Yellow. Alright, here comes Teal trying to go after Yellow. They're having trouble with the angle that this Nexus presents. He's trying to build more cannons behind this. He successfully holds them off. And here comes White dropping on Blue. So even though Blue sort of killed White, White now has a couple of Reavers. Oh, and he's getting in on the production. Oh, can he get one on the... Oh! Oh! He's Blue's down to 19 probes. White almost has more workers than him. Alright, so he's... That is hilarious. Alright, he's got to be careful with these. These are important. Alright, so he's... Wow, what a play by White. So hanging in there. Looks like Brown's finally going to say, I don't want White to have anything more than these few things that he's got. So that kind of knocks out Blue. This is where I think the game might be over. He's just working so hard to get those carriers out. Alright, so we're going to see if he can hold on. Teal is very methodically moving through this. White's got a probe and a Reaver. Alright, so again, they're slowly moving in. He's giving them a chance to get the carriers out. Carriers are arriving. White tries to drop something on there. Alright, so White's going to try to defend with this Reaver. He might be able to do something with it. If he's paying attention with it. Oh, nice. See, he got a big old shot on those Marines. Alright, so they're trying to move in on him. This has really been all Teal. I don't even know what Brown's doing at this point. He's just trying to take this out still. Blue has to, like, recover after getting destroyed by those drops. Alright. Teal continuing to move in. I think he's trying to max out these carriers down here. Get them as many Yep, he's trying to get the interceptors up and everything like that. But it might just be a little too late. If he had had just a few more moments to, like, make sure, I think he would have been able to pull this off. But unfortunately for the Bone Crusher, he got his bones crushed. Yeah, and here comes the Dragoons and Wraiths he has. That's pretty nice. Like, if he had gotten these up with the cannons that he had out for support, that would have been pretty good. But unfortunately, he couldn't make it happen. And these carriers are going to be taking out. And good job by this team. I mean, not the again, I'm not showing you the highest level of games. I never said I was. And this is proof of that. But every game has a unique little wrinkle to it. Interesting things happen. I thought that was pretty interesting, the way that that Yellow sort of approached that game, especially while under his both of his opponents were under pressure almost the entire time. So, you know, you get to see new stuff, and that was something I'd never seen before, where you build the Nexus with a few cannons behind it and just cannon rush everyone. So, good for him. All right, thanks for joining me. I'll try to get a few out this weekend, and man, if I get used to the work week, maybe I can get a few done in the evening as well. But thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great weekend.